Hello. I would like to present today a full end-to-end resource sharing process with the borrowing request that is being shipped by the lender, received by the borrower, and shipped back to the lender where it is checked in back. I'll be using two Alma, a borrower and a lender, both in Alma, and using the ISO protocol, which allows me to demonstrate the automation options that use of this protocol gives Alma. I'll be using my Chrome browser here to play the borrower side, that's my George Fox over here, and my Firefox to be playing my lender side, that's Oregon Health and Science over here. So I'll start my process by placing a resource sharing request, a borrowing request which I'll be placing from within Alma, although of course the normal process will be to place this request from Primo. A patron will be doing that from Primo. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I will be placing my request from within Alma on behalf of a patron. Even if this process is done, of course, the request will normally be done based on a search in a community zone or in the network zone. But again, for the purpose of this demo, I will be using my own catalog to place this request from. Again, normally a request will come in from Primo. My pickup location will be my resource sharing library in this example. And I'll just be doing save to just place my request. Let's just remove the facets that I have over here and just take a look at the request that has been created. That's my request. We can see that the request has a process of locating process. This is a result of automated rules that have been set up, allowing Alma to search for which partner may fulfill this request. So Alma is right now checking out a rota that has been defined and is actually finding out which potential partner may actually fulfill this request. And all that is happening automatically. Again, this will happen automatically also if the request is placed from Primo. So a request will automatically be managed by the system up to a point where the request is actually sent to the partner. And you can see that this also happened automatically. I just refreshed my screen and you can see that the request has been sent to Oregon Health and Science. Based on that, the system was able to find out that Oregon Health and Science is the most appropriate potential supplier. So patron placed a request, or in my example, staff placed a request on behalf of patron, and it went out automatically to a potential lender. So I'll be hopping over to my Oregon Health and Science to look at my lender side. Looking at my lending requests task list, going into the unassigned list, looking for requests that have come in today, and I can further facet this to look at requests that have some exception with them, locate failed. And in here I can see my requests. I can see that this request has an ID that has been automatically created, and I can see that Alma has been able to locate this request, in other words, to attach it to a title that is found in my catalog in Oregon Health and Science. So I can see that there's a copy at the main library, I can see its call number, I can see that it's available. I can just go on and print a slip. I can also print multiple slips by doing multiple select over here and using print slip from over here, or print a slip report. So I can go over and actually fetch all of the items that I've printed slips for based on this task list, which is what I'll be doing right now. I'll be now moving over to the scanning items screen. In this screen, I can just wand in the items that I've taken off the shelf. So I can just wand in their barcodes, like I'm doing right now, and the request ID that is on the slips, and just be doing my receive action, my send out action. So Alma tells me that this item needs to be sent out to the George Fox, which is the borrower, and in fact it is already shipped in the system. So now I just have to hop over back to the borrower and I just receive a box of items. So I'm now at my George Fox borrower side and I just received a box of items. I go into my scanning items and I just do a receive of the items that I got. So I have an external ID on the slips that I got. I just want them in, and there we go. I'm prompted by the system so that in order to complete the receive process, I can either use a system-generated barcode or put in one of my own. I can add a bunch of other information here, and notice the due date that is coming automatically based on the due date that the lender has let me know about in the message, in the ISO message. So all that happens automatically. I can just do a receive to just receive my item. We will see now that once the receive has taken place, we can just go on and actually do the loan of this item to the patron. So I'll be using my Manage Patron Services to just do a loan to this patron. And just loan out this item. You will notice that the item is loaned with the same due date that I got from the lender side. So now the patron can make use of this item. When the patron is done, I can just use the return items over here. So the patron just may drop this in a Dropbox, and I as the staff will just be receiving these items and just doing their return. Being that I'm a resource sharing operator, as in this example, I'll be notified that I have to ship this over back to Oregon Health and Science. In fact, by doing that, I've actually done that, and I've shipped the item back to the Oregon Health and Science. All I need to do now is hop over to the Oregon Health and Science where I got a bunch of items that came back in. All I do is scan them in to complete the process. I want in the barcode, and that's it, the item has come in. We can look now at the lending request and look at this specific partial triumph that I've been looking at. There's this request. I can look at this request's audit and see everything that it has gone through. We can see that there was a request created and it was shipped on this date, and it was then from shipped changed to received when the borrower received it, and then it was changed to returned when the borrower has let me know that it is shipped back, and then I let the borrower know that I've checked it in and the request is completed. Likewise, if I look on the borrower side on my request, so I'm now looking on my George Fox side on my borrower request, and I will look at the audit over here. I can also see the full process that the request has gone through. There was a message sent, and the status changed to sent. Well, then there was a shipped message, and the status changed to shipped. Then there was a physically received message sent out, and the status changed. Then it was loaned to patron, returned by patron, returned to partner, and that is completed. That fully demonstrates a full end-to-end resource sharing process. Thank you.